Alrighty, so first off, welcome back, guys. I hope you pay attention to the intro there. I try to explain everything through the text messaging there between the characters and all that. So, like I said, I don't really, I suck at doing voices, voice acting or whatever. I cannot do that stuff. I just can't. First off, I feel uncomfortable for some reason. I don't know. Sorry, but I try to do brief text messaging back and forth, I guess is what you call it on there. So anyways, yeah, so obviously Elvin gave the magical sword, his sword to Jin. And so Jin's going to have a +1 on attacks. So as long as she doesn't mess up or break it or fail on it, roll ones or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Now we're doing, we're doing the chapter 2, the Demons of Kokras Tharn or something like that. So in this one, you play this chapter as a random dungeon. So we got this all set up here. I use this side. It's supposed to be, vertical, but I'm doing it this way here. I'm putting my gold right here to keep track of how much gold we do in this. Obviously, if you've seen my previous videos playthrough, even if you check out the Tabletop Engineers Plays, this is where I got the board from. It's on his Etsy store, Somewheres by Jim, I think is what it's called. So anyways, I have this little small D6 right here. It's actually a bead that you can make a necklace out of or whatever. But that's going to be my little tracker to show us where we are in the dungeons. I just move it around, blah, blah, blah. I got my dudes right there, and they're in the position when they go into the dungeon. I always have a Finnick up front, and then I got Sheila, and then I have Jin and the Barbarian in the back. I put the big guy in the back in case we get attacked by a wandering monster, and usually in a corridor or whatever, they surprise attack from the back there, if I can remember that. So now I do, when I play my games, to all you purists out there, it's not totally a pure 4 Against Darkness game. And what I mean by that, you'll see the dice up here, they're color coordinated to the characters. I will roll all 4 of them when we're fighting monsters and all that. Now, if we fight a monster that has like 4 or 5 attacks, or 3 attacks on his turn, I will either roll the three dice to represent the 3 attacks, and what I'll do is I'll roll the dice to see who that monster plans on attacking. So I try to keep it to where the dice tell us what's happening. I don't want to sit there and pick and favor anybody. I want this to be free for all. I know that could be a challenge or it could be tougher. I don't know. It's just my way of playing. So I hope you stick around and watch the rest of this playthrough here. I do not go long into these. You will not see me do an hour-long video of this. I will cut this down to episodes. So my goal is try to have an episode up each Sunday, long as life doesn't get in the way. So anyways, but I am thrilled to be back. I do have the expanded edition. Since this came out right in the middle of playing the Caves of Kobold Slave Masters, I'm going to keep everything the same for right now. So I didn't add any special traits to the guys. So it's going to be pretty much just the way it is. And I will be using I call it the 4E, the hex crawl that my previous video is all about. And as you can see, our hometown is Stossington. Yes, that's why I rolled up, and that's just the way it's going to be. That's the name of the village. And there's Whispering Dells, which smacked us around a couple times. Now, if you look closely, I don't know if it's going to focus, you'll see a dotted line, dotted lines here that represent roadways, right? That's going to go into Silverham, which we're going to avoid Silverham, and we're going to head off this way. Kobold Caves are right there. Now we're heading to Kokras Tharn, which is in the Everwoods. So we're heading right over here. Now, this will be the first time using this hex book here, so I'm interested to see how this works. So we're going to be on the road, and I believe you get 2 days or 2 hexes out of each day or something like that. So, and then you got to camp, and you got to roll and see what you encounter. We're going to have some encounters here, and we're going through a desert here, which is no bueno. Tough. Okay, just letting you guys know, I actually keep a log, very brief log of each journey here. So gold pieces, we start off with 735. I spent $60 or $60 60 gold pieces for 3 holy water potions or holy water vials. Holy water vials, there you go. So 675. Subtract 20 GPs for 4, I call them bandages. So we're at 655. Subtract 4. I bought some rope for the crew. 651 is where we're at. And subtract 30 for the berserker mushrooms. I got 2 of them. That is really cool. You get a +1 attack. But the negative side of it is you get a -1 on your health when it's over. With at least 621 gold pieces, I won't put it here. I just keep it right here, and then I just write down all the encounters all through here. So let me know if you guys do the same thing. Do like a little journal, you know, because I did that like right here for back on December 1st when I did the second part of the first part of the kobolds, you know, encounter, blah blah blah. Just, you know, I think that's pretty cool. So alrighty, so instead of using the 4 Against Darkness expanded edition vermin, minions, and boss tables, we're going to be using the tables in here for the vermins and minions and boss and all that. All traps are found in the dungeon are level 3 teleport traps. Dude, we find if we come across one of those teleport traps, dude, it's going to teleport us straight to the demon here. It says character affected by the trap is teleported into the demon's room. Encounter 6 on the demonic boss table on page 19 and has to fight alone against the demon. If the character defeats the demon, he may pick up the demon's treasure and is teleported back to the party. If the character is killed by the demon, the rest of the party will find his belongings and bones among the demon's treasure. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, let's do this. We're going to use this for the first time and see how it goes. All right, since we're on the road, we can move 2 hexes per day. So we're going to go 1 and 2. And I'll go ahead and put our little crew right here. Right there. I think I'm on it. Yeah, we're right by the Whispering Dells. We're not visiting it. We're just going by it. And then we decide to camp there, and now we roll on the table and see if anything happens. Oh, before we see what happens during camping, we got to do a road event roll here and see what happens then. And then after that, we decide to camp and then make the decision to have someone up, stand watch, and that reduces the chances of anything happening. Or we all just fall asleep and take the chance and hopefully nothing happens. All right, let's roll on the road events table. All right, take a D12 and we roll and we get a 9. 9 is a stray dog. Encounter a stray dog, choose to try to calm it. There is a 3 in 6 chance you are successful and the dog joins your party. No, I don't want to have a dog join our party. You may use them to carry supplies or sell them in the next town for 50 GPs. No, I'm not going to keep a dog and have him tag along. No. So we'll just say, shoo, puppy, go away. Okay, now we're going to roll on the camping table. If we choose to all of us sleep, we all will gain health. But then we have a 3 in 6 chance of a wandering monster coming at us. But if we have one stand at watch, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to have Jen stand at watch. We have a 1 in 6 chance for a wandering monster to show up. And we're going to go ahead and do that because there's no sense. We haven't fought anything or lost any health or anything. So we'll just go that route. Okay, we just need to roll 2 or higher. And we rolled. Woohoo! We lucked out. No wandering beasts. We all had a good night's sleep. Okay, so far so good. We'll stay on the road here and we'll be in the forest. And you know what? It takes 3 days to cross a hex in the desert. We're going to go ahead and change our route. We're going to take the road into Silverham. And we're going to stay a night in Silverham right here. Now, one thing about 4 Against Darkness, Andre Filigoy and Eric Bouchard, they created a couple books called Treacheries of the Troublesome Towns. Here's Tomb 1, and then there's Tomb 2. Now, I could use these, but this is for another day here, because this gets in depth, and you can actually do things in town and all that, encounter stuff, and adventures in town, the sewers, and so forth, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick to this here, because I'm trying to accomplish a quest here. So we're going to stay tonight. It costs 5 gold per character and restores 1 point of health. So it's going to be 20 pieces, gold pieces to stay a night there in town in a tavern. Adventurers may also buy a round of ale for the locals at a D6 times 10. It is expensive, but doing so allows you to roll a D6 and find a clue when a 6 is rolled. Yeah, I'm just not that generous right now. If we don't roll a 6, man, that's a waste of money. That's like possibly 60 gold pieces, man. Not happening. So we'll just go ahead and stay night and then head on out. In Silverhand, we spent 40 gold for 40 rations. It's 1 gold per ration. We divvy that out to the characters. They're only allowed to carry 10 rations. They are down to 8 rations, so now they have a total of 18 per. But you're like, dude, you're only able to carry 10. I have a magic locker that I purchased from the other venture, and you can find that in this Tales from the Adventurers Guild. It costs 50 gold pieces, and you buy it from a wizards or whatever. They give you a passcode or whatever, which is you take 3d6s. If you roll a 6 or less, then it fails, and you have to go into town, go to the bank, and all that stuff. If you roll 7 or higher, then voila, you could grab whatever you need right there. It just costs a turn. We did that, and we stored it in the magic locker. Pretty handy to have, don't you think? Check out that book right here, Tales from the Adventurers Guild. So 4 AD. And it takes 3 days to cross through a desert. So that's why I bought some rations here. So we're going to go right here to 1 hex there. Going to roll on the chart and see if we encounter anything, and then roll to see if we for camping. And then the 4th day, we should be in the Everwood. Here's an example down here. It's you've seen this before, I'm sure, especially a lot of you 4AD players. You can get this for free on Drive Through RPG or spend $1 or whatever, or you could, Facebook group. You could get the files there and download it and print it out. I know there's a new player sheet out there, and it actually has rations on it, because you can't find anywhere to record rations on here unless you want to put it in here and use this, which is kind of smart, but it's on 4 marks. Anyways, getting off track. I just put the rations here, and I put the first 10 for each player. And the first journey was 9, and then was 8, and then we used 3 rations in the desert. So now each one's down to 5 rations. I thought I'd just show you that's how I'm keeping track. Okay, we roll a D12 on the desert event tables, and we got a 6. Check it out. So far, so good. If you roll a 6 or 7, made good progress. No events. Awesome. Determined camping arrangements. We'll put someone on watch. I got Rowan, the barbarian, on watch, and so if we roll a 1, we encounter a wandering beast. We rolled a 5. Everyone slept well. Moving on. And we make our arrival to the Everwood. We are there, people. Just gotta do the events table for our final days of traveling, and then we head on into the caves. Roll D12 on the forest event table, and we have a 3. Oh man, we got lost in a dense thicket of woods. Lose 1 day. Okay, this isn't cool. We lose. If the party loses a day, the total time required to traverse the current square or hex increases. For example, a forest square normally requires 2 days of travel. If the party rolls an event that makes them lose 1 day, the total required time becomes 3 days. So you will need to roll 2 more events and camping rolls to move forward. Well, we're going to be rolling 1 more event because we already did 1 event. Wow. And we are down to 2 rations per dude. So we got to take... Wow. So they're going to be down to 1 ration. I'm happy that I purchased those extra rations. Yeah. So, all right, we're going to roll on the events table here and see what happens. Okay, let's try this again. D12. And we get... Oh, we rolled a 12. Oh, boy. Oh, this is so cool. Put out a fire that was starting to burn up a tree. The spirit of the tree was so grateful that it gave your party a special blessing. On your next adventure, you have 1 opportunity to re-roll any roll 1 time. That is pretty cool. All right, well, 1 final camping roll here, which means we're going to spend a ration. They will all be down to 1 ration. But here we go. Do we encounter a wandering monster? I put Rowan back up on watch. And we rolled a 3, so we are good. Kind of like it. I'm doing this little hex crawl thing. This is totally different. I've never, I've done it once with the other generator Sandbox generator was all right. This one I like a little bit better, so we'll go ahead and use this for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Makes the game a little bit longer because you're actually playing a game within a game here, doing the hex crawl to get to the location we need to get to. So it took us 9 days to get there. Oof. So, and then, you know, requires a lot of journaling and record keeping. I understand that because, you know, and I want to do that. It makes it real. It makes it real. It just makes it fun. Sorry. We are now entering into the Kokras Tharn. I cannot say that right. So let's get ready. And here we are. Let's roll a d6 real quick to see what the entrance room looks like. And it's a 2. Now I'm using the old sheet here because even in the expanded edition, it's the same one. We got one. Oh, wow. All right, so we got one this way, one this way, one this way. Alrighty, draw this up. All right, we got a big old entrance here. So obviously in the entrance, you don't encounter any. We'll go this way. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, this will be my 10s and my 1s. And behind door number 3 is 22. 22 is gonna be right there, a little box. So we open up and then we roll on this right here, the content table. It's the new one. It's a 2d6. And so we get 3 plus 6 is 9. So you come down to 9 here. It says this tile is empty and may be searched. Alternatively, spin 2 clues to find a secret passage. Well, we will definitely search. Okay, so you go to page 107. It has the search table there, and you roll 1d6, and we rolled a 3. This is really empty. Nothing to see here. Okay, that was fun. We're gonna go ahead and go through this door, or open this door and see what happens. And we get 12. 12 is gonna be, straight corridor, easy. Corridors are nerve-wracking, so we roll 2d6 and we end up with 7. Alrighty, we encountered some minions. Okay, on the demonic minions table, a d6, we got a 3. Oh boy, d6 plus 3 demon worshippers, level 3. Normal treasure, morale is a +1. Reactions, a d6, 1 to 2 flee if outnumbered, 3 to 4 fight, 5 to 6 fight to the death. Okay, how many cultists or worshippers do we have? D6, so 2 plus 3, we have a total of 5. Okay, since we're in a corridor, only Finnick and Sheila can fight. I have no ranged weapons for the 2 in the back, so they're going to be sitting there watching this. So it's going to be 2 versus 5 of the demon worshippers. Okay, Sheila is the green die and Finnick is the orange. And they have a level 3. And there's a total of 5. They only have 1 attack. So we have to hit on a 3 or higher. And we get a 4 and a 5. So there's 2 hits. Okay, not hits, but that's 2 kills. So that puts them down to 3. And now they're on defense. Defense, they have to roll 4 or higher. And oh yes, they succeeded. Cool. Alrighty, Finnick and Sheila, gotta roll 3 plus. And, Sheila missed, but Finnick has a 5, and with his attack is a 6. And they're level 3, so he killed 2 more. Now, since they are less than half, there's only 1 left, so it's less than half of 5. So the level drops to 2. And then you roll for morale to see if he sticks around. Now, they have a +1 on their morale roll. All right, we're rolling for morale, 1 to 3. He flees, and also I made a mistake there. Only major foes you reduce the level when they're below their morale level. So minions stay the same. So 1 to 3, he rolled a 4 plus his morale. He's fighting to the death. Okay, let's see who the cultist decides to attack. The low number is the one he chooses, and it's gonna be Finnick. So Finnick needs to roll a 4 or higher to defend. And he has a 3 plus his defense is +3. Rolled a 6. He defended. Okay, it's go time. Let's finish him off. Need a 3 plus. And they did it. Finnick easily finished him off. Very cool, very cool. So then when it's minions killed, you got to get a total of 10 to get a XP roll. So right now we got 1 group of minions killed. It's just normal treasure. So we just roll on the 4 Against Darkness expanded edition treasure table. It's a D6, and we rolled a 4, which is we found a jewel worth 2d6 times 5, and it's worth, golly, a 1 and a 2. 3 times 5, 15 gold. Ugh. Okay, let's keep moving on. Let's roll, see what we find beyond this door right here. And we get 34, which would be, looks like, oh weird, it's gonna be this one right here, kind of a circle, oval shaped one. Alrighty, and another thing is you could, as long as you, it doesn't have to be like this way, as long as you could fit it in, you know, like you have here, you could have it, keep it going this way, or if the door's on the side of it, you can have it go up that way. So what do we find in that room? We rolled a 4 and a 5 is a 9. 9 is, oh, I've had this one before. The tile is empty and may be searched. Let's go ahead and do that. Roll d6 and we get a 2. And that is, this is really empty, nothing to see here. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I rolled the last time, we rolled a 25, and it was this room right here. And I tried to fit it in here somehow. I'm not an engineer, I guess. I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I'm gonna re-roll and see what we get. If I could, dice. Yes, Tabletop Wanderer, I dropped my die. All right, let's do this re-roll here. And we get, ooh, 1, 11. All right, we got a corridor, but 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. Oh, but it's the doors on the sides. We could do that. Alrighty, what's in this corridor? 6 plus 5 is 11. Holy crap. We rolled a boss encounter. Roll on the boss monster table appropriate to your environment. Oh boy. No way, no way, no way, no way. This is nerve-wracking because it's only going to be Finnick and Sheila. It's going to be able to fight this in the corridor. Dang it. Alright, we're rolling on the demonic boss table. 1d6 and it's a 4. Ooh, we're fighting a white. Level 4 undead. 4 life. Treasure plus 1. Affected by holy water. Oh yes! Same rules as for attacking demons with holy water. Nice. If the white hits, save versus level 4 magic or lose 1 level. Lose 1 level? Reactions, d6, 1 bribe, 2 is quest, 3 to 5 is fight. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to wait for a reaction. We're going to go ahead and charge right at him. So we need to have a 4 plus to hit. And, oh man. Finnick whiffed. Sheila has a 5 plus 2 to her attack level is a 7. That's 1 wound. Okay, it's the white's turn. He only has 1 attack, so out of Sheila and Finnick, whoever rolls the lowest is who the white attacks. We got a 5 and a 1. The white will attack Sheila. Sheila has a defense plus 1 modifier. She has to roll a 5 or higher. And oh yes, she does. She defended. Okay, Finnick and Sheila attack again. Need a 4 plus. 5. Sheila hits. 2 plus attack level 2 is a 4. Yes. Finnick hits 2. So he suffers 2 more wounds. It puts him down to a 1, and now he's a boss. So his level goes down, and we roll for his morale. My bad. Foes do not, major foes or bosses, they don't roll for morale. It just, they lose 1 level. So he went from a 4 to a 3 because he's down to 1 life point. Now it's the white's turn to attack. We roll to see who he picks. And he picks Finnick. Okay, Finnick, let's see, we need to get a 4 higher to defend. And he does, yes. Alrighty, man, let's finish him. Need a 3 plus to hit. Boom, right there. It was exploding 6, which we don't need to re-roll because he already took care of the white. So, and of course, Sheila with a 1. The white, the boss, is dead. Alrighty, and there's this little section here for bosses killed. And since that was our first boss encounter and we killed it, we got a 1 there. Okay, since we defeated a boss, we in the classical system, the original system, we earn an XP roll. I'm gonna stick to the classical system until they all reach level 5, and then after level 5 I'm gonna go to the slow and sure system. And it says under this system, do not roll for XP, just level up a single PC at the end of any successful adventure. As long as you complete the main goal of the adventure, one of your surviving PCs gains 1 level. This system does away with bookkeeping and gives you more control over your party's growth. So we'll stick to this one, and then when we get it becomes level 5, we'll go to the slow and sure system. So I picked Finnick. He needs to roll a 2+ to earn an XP, and he gets a 3, so he is level 3 now. Okay, we are going to move on, but I am gonna go ahead and switch the position here. I'm gonna put Jen up in front because she has that magical sword with a +1 attack with Finnick. So, and she'll will be in the back here with Rowan. We will head north. I know there's a door there, but I don't want to go through that way. And I know you could go this way, but that'll end up being a dead end. I don't see how we're going to put a room in here at all. So we'll just head up north this way. So we roll and we get a 54. 54 is that one right there. So I could go ahead and position it like so, and that should work. And what do we find in that room? 6 + 5 is 11. We have another boss encounter. Holy crap. Roll on the boss monster table appropriate to your environment. Okay, we have a boss modifier of +1 because the last one we fought was the last turn. So if we see what we get, roll a d6. We rolled a 6. We are fighting the final boss.